Go!
Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wherever you may be in the world. It's time for you to sit back, relax, pour a dram or two, and join us for the 1775 Whisky Passport Show. On the left-hand side here, we have our well-known compadre, Tatty Peel.
Good evening, Mr. Blakey.
Buongiorno,
Buongiorno, buongiorno, buenos dias, buenas noches, buenas noches.
tardes.
Aye, what's that mean?
See. So we're all excited. We've got a great show ahead.
What is it in Swedish for Goran?
Oh, Gordon, I seen him. He's on there somewhere. Gordon. Oh, Gordon Smithson from Brentford, which is close.
Oh, aye,
I thought
aye,
I'd seen.
aye.
Sweden says hi to the 1775 Whisky Passport universe.
What's good evening in Swedish, Goran? You'll need to type that down for him.
Good evening.
He'll not be able to pronounce it.
I can't even spell it. Aye, that's it. And then, of course, behind the camera, we have T-Boney. Thank you very much, Sir T-Boney. Giving us a big shout out. And, of course, we're still missing the Nana, Nunu, or Nanu.
I'm not sure if he's been kicked out of the country or
Aye,
something like
he's
that.
been evicted
Aye, been evicted
the
out of the country.
Brexit.
Deported.
Yep.
Aye, maybe.
So we're missing Gregor, but he's about. We still communicate with him because I know a lot of people are still missing him. So before we get into any other stuff, I need you to remember and drink responsibly, folks. Finish what's in your glass. Don't spill it. Don't do what Tatty Peel does. Dribbles it down himself, and don't always do it in a winner. You know,
Take your time like me.
unless you're from Newcastle, and we know that the Newcastle team will be on, but of course they can't communicate, can he?
No.
He doesn't know
No, he
because
doesn't
she's
get it.
away out on the tap. Then he.
Oh,
so,
so David's on his own tonight.
aye.
He'll be silent then.
That's it. Hey, before I go and see who we've got here, I just want to put a shout out. We've got our friends in France styling in tonight. Tom McAnally,
All right, yeah.
Tom and Pam, and I think his brother's Jerry's over visiting him. We're wishing them all well, and it'll be great to see you at some point. So enjoy Slangy, and we've got a person down south, Ryan and Haley. Now, where are they from? Sheffield or somewhere? They're dialing in tonight. First time to join us, so welcome. They've been up doing the North Coast 500. They heard about us, so they thought they would just jump in and say hello. That's it. And of course, Brian Johnston. I'm not sure if he's got his whiskey pack. Let's see what's going
Has he
on.
been allowed out the nursing home tonight, is it?
Aye, because Stephen had to run up and get the packs tonight. They were there at still 7:20, so
Oh, good.
that's it. And then, of course, Michael Kelman, he was on the same wavelength, forgot about his pack, so send the crew in, you know.
We're used to that.
That's it. Do you want to give us a wee rundown what we've got, and then I'll shout about to these guys here?
Well, some interesting ones. Now, Bladnoch, 11-year-old, is the first one we're going to taste tonight. It was quite unusual because I was having a look at Bladnoch. I thought it was a brand new distillery.
No.
It's been mothballed a few times.
Yep.
We'll talk about it later on. So that's, I think it's the furthest south distillery in the country.
It's on the, you know, when you weigh the
Depends what way you have the map.
yeah.
If you're the BBC, it'll be the furthest north
Oh,
almost.
right,
you know?
aye.
But that's a different story. I didn't like the BBC.
Oh.
The second one today is Tilley Bardeen, the Murray, which is about 4 different expressions of the Murray. This is the cask strength one at 56.6%, so be careful with that one.
Oh.
Old Johnson, just be careful at your age, son. And we're going to finish off with a Scapa. It's the Orcadian. I thought we were doing the Graspa.
No,
Glancer.
aye, it is a Glancer.
I'm just looking at the top label.
I
I've
was
not
like,
even seen that.
I'm like, wait a minute.
It's Orcadian whiskey.
Yeah,
That's right. Glancer. That's right as well. But it should have a wee bit peat, a wee bit smoke in it from there. So I've not tried any of the 3. I'll tell you, I have tried the Bladnoch before, but I've not tried the Murray.
Was it that, or was it last season?
It's maybe last year. So, some interesting whiskies that the Murray's is not available to buy anymore now. So enjoy it tonight. It's 56.6.
On the rectum scale.
On the rectum scale.
Well, meaning that you're wrecked, not the rectum. Right. No, wait a minute.
Get that one wrong, the rectum scale.
I'll just change this quickly, right? Susan Allen's dialing in. She says, Tatty Peel, you got your weeks all muddled up. As I say, Gordon Smith's there. He's still cheering on Brentford now that they're in the Premiership.
They're in the Premier, are they now?
Yep, Stephen Johnston, nice to see you twice again. Michael Kelman, hopefully enjoyed his haggis cigars. Him and the missus got a packet of them. Jim Barry, my brother from another mother. He's looking for a good night tonight, and there's a drip in that roof anyway.
It'll not be that
And
good.
then here's Gordon. Right, let's see what Gordon's saying about Sweden. Got the golden green apples. All right. Oh, he's on about last bloody week. Hey, come on, you're setting me off track. So, anyway, and then, of course, Pork Chop and Aggie Baggy are away up to Octorada the day, you know, the police convalescent place.
How was you still getting there?
Aye, I think he's got a gold card for it, you know. If you get so many points with the National Health Service, you get more.
Right.
So they're away up there, so that's them, that's it.
Good.
Gordon Smith's given us some useless information, or useful information here. Bladnoch was one of the malts used in Bell's during the Arthur Bell's ownership pre-Guinness Diageo.
Yeah, I could have told you that. Yeah.
See? You knew that. The Distillery. See? These folk in the big smoke, they think they know it all.
Oh,
aye.
Stagecoach has got down here a long time ago.
Yes. Right, so what are we going to kick off with, Tatty Peel?
How do you can? The Bladnoch.
Bladnoch.
I like the bottle actually. It's the 2021 release, 46.7% alcohol by volume. Quite interesting. I like the unusual bottles. I really do think they're good collector's pieces. I've got a wee shaky hand tonight, GB, so I need to be careful.
Shaky. It just so happened that I asked one of the folk from the distillery to come on this evening.
You said that, yeah.
Aye, but the poor lass couldn't make it. She's away getting her teeth fixed at the chiropodist.
So the Bladnoch is, I think it's the furthest south distillery in Scotland. I thought it was a brand new distillery.
You'll see it on the television there.
Tony, I'm impressed with that. Well, I suppose it's just barely Wigton. What's Wigton famous for?
Wigs.
No, books.
Oh.
It's got few bookshops.
All right.
Aye, down in Dumfriesshire.
What type of books are in them?
Reading books.
Anyway, big pictures in them.
Really?
Aye.
Right, where was I? Yeah, it's just outside Wigton. Surprisingly, there's a wee village called Bladnoch. There, and you're right, it was owned by Bell's. I think it probably still will be a major ingredient in Bell's because they'll know I've changed that. It's now owned by...
It's private now.
Yeah, it's owned by an Australian who used to have yoga groups or whatever his name. I can't remember his name, Pryor or something like that. But he's the only Australian to own a distillery in Scotland. So he's had it for the last 5, 6, 7 years.
1994 maybe?
No, I thought it was 2013, 14.
Yeah, it was from the Armstrong family, purchased distillery.
It's a very, very old distillery. It goes way back to the early 1800s. And I was actually shocked. I'd never really heard it until really 2 or 3 years ago.
You would have known it was referred to as the Queen of the Lowland distilleries. Did you know that?
Glenkinchie was the king of the Lowland
distilleries. I could probably believe it. Well, that was the Queen.
The Queen? No, I didn't know that. No.
There you go.
As I say, I'd never really heard about it. And it's classic. It's very much like the Diageo Flora and Fauna. People really didn't ken the brands, didn't ken the name. It's just been going into Bell's for decades, if not centuries. Like Blair Athol. Blair Athol's still a Flora and Fauna. You can't buy that in the shops. It's it's at distillers and Diageos. But it's a massive, massive distillery. It does something like about 6 million litres a year.
That's it.
They just go into Bell's into other blends. So anyway, Bladnoch, 11-year-old, 46.7. Did I say it was 46 point something?
On the the drunk scale.
Aye, not the rectum scale.
George, where's a glass? You need a glass for a wee bit of whiskey there.
So we have a quick look at it.
Oh, it smells lovely.
It's a nice light colour, obviously American oak. Probably
it smells
bourbon.
lovely.
Is it nice?
Eh? Oh, you know what we're missing?
We'll know what about it. Too late now.
Too late.
Have a quick look at legs, and that light's far too bright for me. I can't see bugger all in there.
Right light.
Oh, there you go. I've got to do it in the middle. Get that angle right. Legs are very light, very delicate. Just dropping away nice and quickly there. Colour. So it's got to go in the bottom left-hand corner. The light, delicate side again. Let's pretend it'll be there.
Down there, guys.
Down there,
Can you see
no,
where
it's far
it
down
is?
as dull when they Glenkinchie, Glenlussy and that, but no, maybe halfway in that square.
Talking about down there, I forgot to mention Jamie Thorne's on.
For doing in Pennycook.
Aye, that's what made me remember.
But we forgot to verify it there. There's no smoke. Really, really nice.
It's got a crack
nice
in there.
nose. Vanilla hits you right away. The citrus, lemon zest.
Ice. Ice, baby.
You've got the right cut grass, and a lot of the lowlands have that. Glenkinchie has the cut grass, and really floral. I'm getting a lot of lemon zest in that. Really, really light, delicate stuff.
It's quite sweet, I think.
There's a
sweetness
to
sweet
it.
expression to it,
But yeah, I suppose it is citrusy. I suppose when I say lemon zest, you get a bit orange coming through it then, just to sweeten it. But there's certainly no green apples in it.
Green apples.
None. It did sound like I heard
Did you
it.
get it? You got the sound.
But no, it's a very delicate nose. I think it's really light, really fresh, and it's actually nice than all the big brands on that. So we'll get a wee taste of it. Slange.
You know that Dr. Nick Savage, who's the master blender, selects each of the casks himself.
Oh yeah, who was it? He worked for Glenfarclas. Macallan.
Was it?
Macallan. He worked for Macallan for years.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Because obviously our other ones up at Glen did it.
Yeah, it was
Glenlivet.
I'm sure it was Macallan.
I'm tired
anyway,
tonight. Excuse me. I'll go back to sleep. It's a nice bottle. You see the bottle on the screen there?
It is a nice bottle.
That.
I prefer that one because it's real. That's just a make-believe thing up there.
What about George? See if we can get him excited. George,
George,
look what we've got.
George is in the day. He's obviously got a bit BO. He's no showered because a couple of weeks ago we had about 20 odd people in here, and George was obviously well showered and clean.
Have you got George on the screen there, Tony? Let's see if we can get Georgie Podgy on the
Sitting
screen.
there himself.
That's it. Give us a wave, George. There he is.
Give us a second.
Right. You get him. We're going to get George on the screen for you.
Nobody sitting
There
around
you
him.
go, Georgie Podgy.
On his lonesome tonight.
Are you lonesome tonight? George wants a whiskey tonight.
Right, well, we've got to have a taste of it. Slange.
Slange. Right. Come on, stop the mucking about.
Go, George.
Big alcohol burn.
Oh.
Very short finish. Right in the tongue.
Yep.
Vanilla. Really, really
Ice.
dry. I wonder where the ice was coming from. Vanilla ice. That's somebody. Is that a singer or is it a rapper or something like that?
It's a rapper.
Getting a lot of cut grass and I'm getting a lot off
Oh.
on the palate.
Green apples.
Getting the right bitter Granny Smith.
George. Got a few. Amanda Geeswiz. Go on, George. Go on, George. Get a little drink. But we've not got a glass for you, so you'll have to wait a minute too. Anyway. There was, I know the boys were inside. Carry on.
Right, okay. Very spicy. Parma violets. Remember these purple sweet? You get that
I've
dry.
got to say,
It's a mix with the vanilla coming through there. Cut grass, really, really prominent on the palate.
Definitely.
It's a bit short on the palate for me, Graham.
That's what I'm thinking.
The finish is it's sweet, it's refreshing, but it's lacking on the finish.
Yes.
Again, light, delicate whiskies are not my favourite, as you know. But I'll put a wee touch of water for you. Let's see what happens.
Thank you. Can we see the oils?
Oh, there we go. Yep. Quite a bit of oil separating. You guys doing it at home, hopefully see that. So when you look at the legs of it, they're pretty quick, but they're pretty thick at the same time. So on the nose, it really softens it. That makes a big difference. You got a bit of honey coming through there now, I think. I didn't get that. It was more spicy, almost cinnamon before, but it's a lot sweeter. The orange peel comes through as opposed to the tatty peel. No, not the tatty peel. Orange peel instead of the lemon zest. I mean, the water makes a big difference to it, Graham.
Definitely does.
Really, really nice. Got a wee taste again.
Michael's going on about the Parma violets. Susan Allen saying, hello, George. Jamie Thorne. Susan, maybe manage another one.
Well, Graham, that is night and day.
Yeah.
I think it lengthens the finish on it. It brings a medium finish. Get more on the tongue. I'm getting the green apples there.
Green apples.
We got Tony there.
Disco dance. Right, I'll finish raving.
Right. Yep, you're getting a lot of the green apples here.
Green apples.
It really is Granny Smith. The boys were here a couple of weeks ago with a Granny Smith. We didn't have one that really matched that. But that is, you've got that dry, bitter, but sweet at the same time. A wee bit spicy as you go. Parma Violets is more prominent there.
Aye.
You're about 30 seconds behind on your laptop. I'm just watching you dancing there.
Oh, I know.
Bloody awful.
Aye. But if you look straight ahead, we're up there.
Oh, it's all right. Okay.
That's it.
I'm looking at the camera sometimes. I get.
Jamie,
Aye. But I can't see when we're very focal, so I'm trying to read the signs at the message at the same time, and I've got to look up. So, no, that's really nice with water. I think it really complements it. Most light delicates do, because that alcohol burn, I think, in short finishing is quite heavy for me, and I'm not a great lover of it, but I do really like that with water. I think that gets, on its own, just a pass mark, but certainly gets a seal of approval with the touch of water.
See, George is happy he's got a glass now. George, here. That's it. Here, Georgie Porgy. Watch this. Kenny will be swooping in soon.
Oh, jeez, I've no
here, go and pass that to Georgie Porgy. There you go. Keep him happy. Because the Bladnock celebrated their 200th anniversary in 2017 as well. I know it's been mothballed open and shut, but
I thought it was 1814 or 15 it opened.
1817, obviously 200 years. Aye.
I'm sure it was before that.
No.
Again, lying down, it would be the 200th or the first edition.
Correct.
The distiller would start laying down in 1814.
Way back.
That's what it is. I was actually quite shocked when I saw Bladnock, and I was convinced it was a new distillery. So it confused me. I think it was mothballed after the Second World War, and again, late 80s, 90s, it would be when who owned the Bells? It would be Dewars that owned Bells at that time, wasn't it? Yeah.
Gordon Smith will keep us right.
Yeah, it was Dewars that owned it at the time, because Dewars had, before UCL, DCL, that sort of thing.
Oh, United Distillers.
Yeah. Dewars had Glenkinchie, because Glenkinchie used to go to Bells at that time as well, in the 70s, 80s.
Is that right, Mr. Smith will keep us right down in down.
It did.
But the good thing about that is, like, would you walk into a bar and go up and ask for a nip of that?
No, you wouldn't.
You probably wouldn't. So that's where it comes in beneficial, trying these things. You know.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It certainly was. It would be part of Dewars. What is it? Scottish Distillers, United Distillers.
Yeah, United Distillers.
Because I'm sure Diageo sold off Aberfeldy and Dewars brand when they bought the whole thing.
Talking about that.
They had to move up in Dewars. That's right. So that makes sense. And the secret bar.
We were in the secret bar.
I was up there on Monday with clients.
But did you get into the secret bar?
No, I didn't have time actually. We're running late. There's
they probably didn't spoil it. Didn't let everybody know about that secret bar?
I'm working on getting my clients, so if you want to go to the secret bar at Dewar, you might have to book through me. I'm working on that at the moment.
Michael Kelman's saying how good and precise we are at being descriptive with the flavours. See, that's what happens there.
Can you remember? He forgets his whiskey half the
time. I know. This is saying the good lady in, but that's kind. But we'll be with him in London anyway. Yeah. He's one of the merry men going to London.
Yeah, I've definitely got that tour on, by the way, but I might be finishing time to get a flight down on Saturday night. Depends on the price. 5:30 flight.
That's it. But you've got the cult on the Friday morning as well. Is that not your first cult back?
My phone's ringing.
Who's that?
It's an Edinburgh number. I reckon.
Maybe it's a crank call.
It probably will be. Where were we? Tilley Bardeen. Bardeen, the Murrays. There's 4 different expressions. Yeah, Tilley Bardeen. It's right next to on the A9, halfway between Stirling and Perth. Just little in the front of Glen Eagles. Next door to the water. No, no. Highland Spring water.
I wonder what you were meaning there.
Just on the A9. It's classed as a Highland, just on that line as you go at the Highlands. I've got to say, Tilley Bardeen standard expression is not my favourite. I just find it very sulphury, very light, very burny, a lot of alcohol burn out. But I'm really looking forward to this, even though it's 56.6%. I reckon, I'm sure when we were done, was it the Sherry one? It was Tilley Bardeen, no, not as a distillery, but it was no brewery away back in 1400s, and there's something about King George drinking and beer out the place or something like that. It's quite a Tony's got the picture up there. It's a visitor experience. I've never been into it. I've driven past it 100 times, 1,000 times.
I've been wanting to stop in.
Yeah.
The Scousers went in last week.
Did they?
Aye, or the other week there they went in and they robbed the place.
The Scout, no, the Jordans.
Yeah, the Jordans.
The Jordans, aye.
I'm sorry. That's Dare dialed in there from Philadelphia. Good to see you,
Right.
Dale. And Kevin, Crazy Kev, has
Crazy
dialed
Kev,
in
no,
as
no seen or
well.
heard of Kev very well. Hope you keep well, Kev.
And John
Oh,
Doherty
good.
there. Good to see you,
Aye,
bud.
John, yeah. It's owned by a South African lot, isn't it?
You know what they say about
Picard,
that?
Picard,
Hey,
something.
Tony, never met a nice South African.
Can you say that? I know one or two. What was I going to say? Yeah, it's a South African company, Picard. It's like a French, Dutch name sort of thing.
Right.
EAUX sort of thing at the end. I don't know, I can't remember what they're called.
Sure.
But we look at it, it's even paler than the Bladnoch. Really just...
Can you see because that light?
yeah, you've got to go...
Right light, right light.
In my angle, if I go straight that way, taking that
Go
light
straight
out...
that way.
Aye, God, the sweat's pouring off my forehead now.
Oh.
No, it's okay, Tony, I'm
Should
fine.
have seen George's sweat dripping off his head when he thought he was going to get a nip running over here.
Yeah,
Oh,
very
thanks.
light, very delicate looking, on the legs, really, they're just breaking away quickly, really thin. They're actually quicker legs than what was on the Bladnoch there. So it's looking light and delicate, quick nose. Oh, that's even sweeter again. That's sweet.
It
No
is,
smoke. So
aye.
again, I would say on our
Oh no,
square,
imaginary
no.
map.
the top's there, the bottom's there. I would
Where's
say
the bottom about?
the bottom's there,
All right, and where's
just
the
there.
top?
top's about
Ah,
there, aye.
right.
And there's the wings.
All right.
So we're somewhere about there.
Right.
Bottom left-hand corner. I would say on the nose, closer to your Dalwhinnie. It reminds me of Dalwhinnie, this one actually.
Yeah.
On the nose, vanilla, citrus, quite buttery. A wee bit cut grass, but very flowery, bouquet flowers.
This is
things.
number 2 bottle here, Ryan. Just somebody's asking if it's number 2. Yes, number 2.
Where's the problem? They don't tell me how to count. Is it Ryan Dun South, is
I
it?
don't.
Sheffield.
Oh, it's the new Ryan.
Aye,
it is,
Dun
pal.
South.
I forwarded you the tasting notes on the WhatsApp group, by the way, as well, bud. So you've got it there.
He's probably not got them yet. No. Yeah, it's number 2, Ryan. For a cask strength whiskey, I think it's so sweet, it's so soft, and I love the nose in this. Absolutely love the nose in it. Very flowery.
It is, aye.
Pastry, you know, you've got that sort of no croissant, Danish pastry sort of style. You know, you get that,
the wee sweeter
with
notes,
the
aye.
vanilla. You know, you get the Danish pastry with the vanilla on it. It reminds me of that. That's a fabulous nose. I can't wait to taste this one. Slange.
Slange. Can't tell a lie. I've tried this one before, not tonight or recently, but
now you get the 56.6%.
definitely do.
That's hot. Medium. Really lemony. That's like lemon
Did you
sherbet.
get a lemon curd?
I think it's drier than that. The vanilla pod's coming through, and I get really dry. Medium finish, dry. Yeah, drawing your lips together.
Yeah, soaking it in.
A bit caramel, fudge. Tablet even. Not as sweet.
Finger of fudge is just enough to give your kids
No,
a treat.
no, I heard that for a while, lovely. But it's quite peppery as well.
I get the pepper
quite
notes,
a
a
lot
wee
of
bit
pepper,
of this.
yeah.
Aye.
It's quite a blend. I think it's strong at 56.6. It's not the most pleasant to drink. The nose was wonderful.
Yeah, aye.
But well, for me, it's just too.
Yeah.
It's too hot. It's too
much, too fiery.
peppery. Yeah, too. Again, a touch of water. I really looked forward to tasting it, and it's not unusual. It's not that bad.
It's not unusual to be loved by Taddy Peel.
The fudge, caramel, toffee, but there's that pepper sort of spice behind it. So hopefully, we touch of
I
water.
think
will
the
take that
water
away.
will bring this right into line
I'll
for
hold it
us.
up so folk can maybe see.
Vanilla pods, caramel. That's what Susan Allen's eating
Yeah.
just now, I think.
Yeah, you definitely get the vanilla, and it's quite heavy vanilla, and that's like lemon, and that's where I'm getting the
Lemon curd.
pepper, the pepper coming through. Now, the Danish pastry really is there because the vanilla with the pastry on the nose equally as good. There's no any shift on the nose with that. A couple of drops at 56%.
Oh,
Got to be. Let's hope the water's helped it.
I'm sure this is a... Holy smoke, a ruining. That's bro.
Perfect. That to
They're
me,
getting
yeah.
they're getting the pepper as well. It's
The
still
pepper's
kicking
coming
on.
in. Yeah, the
Yeah,
citrus, the vanilla, the pastry, the floral, and definitely fudge. Really fudgy, sort of caramel, sort of drawing your teeth together a wee bit though, with the dryness. But wow, what a difference with a
That's
drop of
it.
water. The Bladnoch made a big difference with water.
Yeah, but
that is night and day.
I'm enjoying this whiskey.
Yeah.
Definitely. Susan Allen said that they stole a bottle of this when they were up at the distillery. That's what she's just said.
It wouldn't be that. It would be about a couple of £100 bottle they would steal.
They'd be clanging out the door.
Hanging out the back of David's boxers or
Aye,
something like
aye,
that. I like that. I really like that. It definitely needed the water. Definitely needed that. But wow, that is absolutely great. The water. That definitely gets the seal of approval.
What do you reckon, George? Here, Georgie Porgy. Oh, you hear that? That's gratitude for you.
You can bug off then. Sit down.
Yeah. Yeah, pass that to Georgie. Watch. Look how fast he gets moving over here. Look at this.
103-year-old yesterday. Look at the speed he's going when there's a whisky coming in his hand.
Look at that. Wow, look. It's like the baby drinking the milk. Do you see that? Anyways.
I would say the finish is medium, but I've still got that.
You're still getting on.
Still getting the not sweet and sour, but sweet and spicy is a good way to describe it. Really, really. I like that, Graham.
Definitely nice. And of course, you can't get it anymore. That's it. So, of course, the good stuff. Only the best of kit here, TP.
Yeah. So we're going to tell them about London.
Yes. So
what's happening in London?
When are we off to London?
I'm going to get done.
Well, we're off to London on Friday the 1st of October. Well, some of us are, and some of us are bringing their girlfriends, which is fine.
Aye. The good thing, Gordon will be streaking in London then. He'll keep his clothes on.
Yeah,
well, at least when he's in public, he'll be keeping his clothes on. Maybe not private. I don't care about that, Gordon. But we don't know what to that story. We're going to tell us on the way home.
That's it. So we're going down on the train first thing on the Friday morning. We are visiting the brewery, the Fuller's Brewery. We have our special guest appearance. Chaperone, Mr. Smith's going to be looking after us. Now we were meant to be going to the distillery, what do you call it, the Beefeater Gin Distillery on the Saturday, but I'm thinking maybe we should just put that on hold because we could have a free day in London. There's a few places where we could go and see because we are going to do a historic pub tour. We've got that sorted. And then, of course, the big day is the Sunday. Where are we going?
We're going to the Whisky Show at the Billingsgate Marketplace, 11 o'clock.
Knock, knock, knocking on.
Yeah. It'll be quite interesting. I've got clients. I've got 4 American clients. Thursday, Friday, and I've got to drop them at the airport because they're hiring a car to go to Isla themselves on the Saturday. So I'm waiting to see what time we get the car. So because it's at Edinburgh Airport, if I can get them parked up there before 4:15, I'll be able to get the half 5 flight down. So I'll get down there and I can meet us in the pubs in London as opposed to getting up at 4 o'clock.
Is that on Friday or Saturday?
Saturday. That says we're getting up at 4 o'clock on the Sunday morning like we had to do.
Before,
2 years ago.
Aye.
You're
tired before you've even had your 50th glass of whiskey, you know?
And that's lunchtime.
Yes.
No, I'm really looking forward to that. Those of you who enjoy whiskey and are watching tonight, it is a fantastic day. It really is. It's £100. It's quite expensive. No, by the time you get the train down.
By the time you've had your nips, so it's certainly worth it. Michael's asking about the hotel rooms. Peel's on it.
I've not had a chance, Michael. I will get that sorted out. And I see Patty Apicelli's watching. Patty, how are we getting on? How's Billy getting on, pal? Hope he's doing well. You need to get him over here golfing because I've got a couple of new courses from I know he'll love.
And we've got a pitch and putt in here as well.
Aye. No, Michael, I'll try and get that hopefully on Monday. Fingers crossed. And I'm just going to tell GB now on air to remind me on Monday morning and I'll get that all sorted out. I'll stick it in my credit card and just pay me as you go along. No, I can't afford it. There's thousands on my credit card now because I've not had my clients since 2020. Remember, I'm still paying hotel bills on my credit card. I can't draw down the money, so no, my credit card's up to there at the moment.
Well, at least I've done my bit getting the train tickets, which is
well
first
done.
class.
I'm impressed.
First class will be. So
I'll be flying down business class.
We'll be flying down first class. Yes. But Brian Johnston's rocked up to join us. He's going to be catching
all the carers like you, Brian, have they?
Yep.
I forgot what I was going to
say. You're the best, Graham. Couldn't ask for a nicer guy to hang out with, Graham.
I've got to pick him up with bloody restaurant Flares in London. Thank
Because
God.
I tripped up
Well,
over your jacket.
I did ask Gordon Brown to look after him
Yeah.
in London, but he's got to be otherwise engaged with a young lady, one
I think he's going
understands.
to propose to her in front of the big wheel.
No, didn't do it in front of us.
Yeah.
That would be a huge mistake.
That's
Huge
it.
mistake.
Yeah.
Well, Wendy's got a problem here. What's wrong, Wendy?
Come on for the boys.
Your finger's been caught in the till, Wendy. Is that what's wrong? You sure? Want to check your fingernails? You've been caught in the till. That's what's wrong.
We've got our friends. Oh, I better get this inside. Here, what happened here?
Well, somebody watching inside.
Aye. Yeah, I should have got this. Sorry there, folks.
Wendy, why do you give technology to him? You should just give it to Tony. Tony would sort it in 2 seconds.
Right, there we go.
Oh, is that what it is?
This is live on here.
Live, everything
it's
goes
no
wrong.
bloopers, it's no candid camera.
Right, Scappa. Look at them today. I didn't realise they own Chivas Regal as well.
Yes.
Yeah, Chivas Regal.
And they also own our other one,
Strathila, which is a big Chivas Regal place. And one of my favourites, Aberlour.
Yes.
I had no idea.
Yep.
I just thought we look at right.
Because what we're trying to do was potentially next year go up to Orkney. I know me and you discussed that. I know Michael Kelman's got the good contact up at the brewery with his pal. And
Orkney Brewery?
Yeah. So I thought a brewery and maybe the one or two of the distilleries, we don't want to over-scupper ourselves, you know. But we were looking to hire a plane, let George fly it, and then we'll wing ourselves.
He'll be fleeing after that middle one, the 56% right now.
That's it. But
you don't hire a plane, you charter a plane.
That's what I'm saying.
You charter a plane, you hire a car.
We've talked about
or a bus.
it.
It'd be great. I've never been to Orkney. No, I'd love to go. But yeah, it's up there. It's a late 1800s whiskey. It's a very much underrated malt whiskey, I think. Yeah, I really think it's underrated. And I would suspect if Pernod Ricard on it, it will be in Chivas Regal as well. So nice dark colour.
Yeah.
When we look at it in the glass, double matured, definitely double matured.
Like me, very mature.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Legs are nice and slow, nice and thick. They're just coming down at one side there. I love this. This is my whiskies. On the nose. I mean, just a hint of smoke. Literally just a hint. But the first thing you're getting is the malt coming through. Vanilla. Ice. Caramel. Vanilla caramel. Really fruity. Pineapple.
Yep.
Pears.
Thick as a brick and chocolatey.
There's a wee spicy cinnamon clove coming through on it, which is quite normal in the sherry matured. I like the nose on this. I've liked the nose on all three, but I think this edges it so far on the nose. That's a wonderful. George, this is beautiful, but you're no allowed a third one. You've
He's already fallen on the ground there. Goran never told us how to say hello in Swedish.
Wow.
That's looking forward to this one.
Toffee. You remember the old sweeties, the tofu sweeties, the chewy sweeties. Wow, you almost chew that. That's like syrup, honey, caramel, nuts, really nutty, almonds, hazelnuts, the dryness.
Nuts, hazelnuts.
But there's a nice dried fruit in it as well. Some raisins. That is absolutely wonderful. What age is it? I didn't check the ABV of it either.
Does it say on it?
It's only 40%. It's unaged.
The bottle looks as well. The labelling looks good.
Yep, I like that. Nice medium finish.
Halal.
Very halal. That's a meat, is it? No.
No.
Halal.
Halal. That's it.
Go and say it in Swedish.
Sweden, Norman, halal.
I'm sure Goran. I'm sure Goran's English is 1,000 times better than that. Good man, Goran. We'll get him practicing for 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
No, nice cigar tobacco.
Oh,
just
just
a very, very gentle smoke. I mean, it really is.
Yep.
Well, there's that. Go Caval. Go Caval. Good evening.
Oh,
I can
go
speak Swedish now.
Caval! Go Caval!
Medium to long finish. You're getting a wee bit of the smoke. The dried fruit. The fruit comes at the back of the smoke and the toffee. I mean, I just think that really is a wonderful whiskey. I like that.
I do. Again, it's one of these ones that when they jump out, you know, if you think of Orkney, Highland Park's always the one folk go to. But certainly enjoying that.
I don't know. Tony, I'm off the lights.
Can you see the? Can you see it?
You probably don't see it. I'm too far away from the camera. But those of you who's got it at home, there really is a lovely separation there. It's the caramel, the oils. It's absolutely wonderful. On the nose, it actually brings for me the smoke out in it. Just a nice cigar smoke, tobacco leaf. That is gorgeous. Toffee, caramel. Nuts are gone, but the fruit are still there. Raisins, sultanas, dates even. A bit dates. No, I don't want a date with you, Paul.
I was about to say that. I was going to say maybe it's a nice introductory to a bit of a peated whiskey. You know, if you're not a peated person, maybe it's just a light, low bit of it.
I think it's on a par with Highland Park actually for the level of smoke. Yeah, maybe just a slightly more. I always think the two I recommend to go into to start the peated ones is the Talaskar. I like a Talaskar Storm in particular for that, and a Kalila Moch. I was doing a tasting with some clients on Monday up in Blair Athol.
Oh, right.
And they had three. It was a couple. They had three whiskies. It was a Glenkinchie, Dalhuin, which is my favourite, and they bought a bottle of Dalhuin. I'm a great salesman at Dalhuin. It's a fantastic whiskey.
It is. It's lovely.
And the husband wanted a smoky one, but he wasn't that sure on them, so I recommended the Kalila Moch.
So that was a tasty.
She bought a bottle of Dalhuin and he bought a Kalila Moch. And do you think Blair Athol gave me a commission? No. I even paid for the whiskies for them.
What?
Aye, but hey ho, that's a different story. But no, I like the sherry maturation, that honey, just an afterthought of honey there. That's great. The water.
That's it. Ryan's agreed with me. He's like it's a light, smoky whiskey, something he doesn't like, but it's a wee kick off. Absolutely.
Yep. The water enhances the smoke as well, which normally, and for me in an Islay, you need that wee touch of water to just soften the smoke. This enhances the smoke. A wee touch of water. It's a lovely whiskey.
Yeah, it's
absolutely.
Nice.
Really, the fruit's still there. A wee bit toffee, caramel, honey. Is the sweetness the sweetness coming through at the back of it? I like that. That got definitely past my without water and gets a seal of approval.
Round of applause.
No, I really like that one. That was. I didn't have to say any more. I go straight onto my favourites.
What you going then? Let's see what you're doing, and then let's see what the rest of the crowd are saying.
I'm going 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. Taddy Peel on the run.
3 is wonderful. It's as good a whiskey we've had for a while. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. David's 3, 2, 1. Jamie Thorne is 3, 1, 2. 3, 1, 2. Brian Johnston's 3, 2, 1.
That's the old man you see, Brian. I'm developing an old man's taste like you in the next 10 years.
Yep.
John, don't get the 2, 3, 1.
And
Michael,
I, on
3,
this
1, 2.
other note, are going to go 2, 3, 1.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah, and again, that's I was just looking through there. 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2. There's nobody went 1, 2, 3 or 1. Nobody's put 1 at the start.
First,
the vast majority are 3. Just looking at that, Stephen Johnson 3, 1, 2. Yeah, but that's the great thing about whiskey. You can have so many discussions about it, so many different flavours and aromas hit you, and it just again on the mood. And a cold night, I would say
exactly.
probably that's the Murrays would probably be because you've got the spices. It's a bit sort of fiery. But just the genteel smoke, the sherry, the toffee, the caramel really stuck out like a sore thumb for me tonight. So yeah, and in November I could actually change that and probably put number 2 is the winner.
That's it. Or if he comes to somebody's house and he's getting a free drink, that'll be the first one, I can assure you that.
Is it most expensive week?
No, it's because it's free, you'll drink it.
Oh,
He'll be scalping this one. Whatever is free, he'll drink.
Absolutely. But or expensive. What whiskey you want? The most expensive one?
Yes, please. Thank you. Thank you. No, they're very good. That was a good thing. That's the benefit of these programme, guys. Jump in, girls.
Good whiskies. Yeah. Even the Bladnoch was a very, very good whiskey. 11-year-old. It's not a well-known brand as such, but it's got a future. I think that it will come up. It will come. Aye. A lot of these sort of designer, the bottle helps it. That sort of stuff brings it into the designer market and such things. So yeah, good luck to them. I'd love to see it. It's privately owned, even though it's Australian. I like to be privately owned. Scottish distilleries, but Australian, better than the big conglomerates owning it. So it does help. So I love to see success stories like that. And there's one or two down there now. We've got Annandale. We've got the Borders Distillery, which I don't know if they've actually produced any yet. They must have.
I think they've got.
The Borders must have. They've been there.
I think so.
I was at Glenkinchie. Andrew Nairn was the assistant manager down at Glenkinchie.
I'm sure somebody.
Andrew went down there about 4 years ago. So they must be ready to get their first batch. But we need to try and get some. And have
we need to go and see these guys. The plan is to try and get down to the Bladnoch for a little visit at some point.
It's a visitor centre there as well, I think. So
we've spent a lot of money on it. My folks have got a friend that has an apartment or a flat not far from it. So.
You didn't get apartments in Dumfries, sure. You get apartments in Spain.
A house or something like that. House. A place to bide.
A flat.
A bidey-in place. So where we're going to go down. But that says it. Now, when's the next tasting, Tatty Peel?
2 weeks tonight, whatever date that is.
What's the date for that?
24th of September.
Now, if I get Tony to pass this over to me, here's one I prepared earlier.
He's got a list there.
24th of September, Tatty Peel. Look at the good stuff we've got going on.
We've got Balblair, 15-year-old.
Wow.
Aberfeldy, 21-year-old. I was up there just, as I say, we were tasting that in the secret bar.
Yes, we were.
And my clients had a flight up there as well, just a 12, 16 and 21-year-old. I never had a taste yet, but they were raving about the 21-year-old. So I'm looking forward to that. And my favourite brand, Balvenie, 2021 Wiki Peat. We've done that last year. It's a new,
and this is the
new release.
This one here.
New release, the
Wiki
Peat, 14-year-old.
I think the whiskey's come to about £250 for the 3 bottles collective.
That's the normal for the
big one,
the second one of the month. The Aberfeldy 21-year-old will probably be something around 140, 150 quid.
It's right up there.
130 thereabouts. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Certainly, I never got to taste it, but my clients on Monday, believe it or not, it's surprising. They tasted it and raved about it. So
rave on, it's a crazy feeling.
Who sang that?
Buddy Holly. What year was that?
Aye. You were born 1958 or something?
No, but you could be writing about the right eye, because that was in Cornbreed after that. Ryan's asking what you do for a living.
Me? Just I'm a layabout.
He's a layabout. That's
aye, there might be what's your living first, Ryan? You tell me that.
He's a teacher. He's a teacher.
Well, one of my son-in-laws is a tax inspector, so I've got to be careful. I do tours, Ryan. I do whiskey tours, golf tours, history tours, all that sort of thing. Boring tours. I just do all that sort of thing. So I'm just getting back to work. Got a lot of whiskey stuff off late, and I always try and take clients into a distillery anyway, just to promote Scotch whisky. So that's what I do. If you ever want a tour or a tasting at the distilleries, give me a shout. I might give you a 5% discount.
Yes.
Then again, I might charge you 10% more if you came Blakey.
Yes.
You never know.
That's
it. No, absolutely brilliant. Love the whiskies today. Look forward to
the
3 in 2 weeks' time.
And remember, we're off to London. If anybody wants to join us in London, you are more than welcome. Our tour guide, Mr. Smith, has got the itinerary already planned for the Saturday night.
If you can't make the Friday and you want to go on the Saturday, I'm pretty confident I'll catch a half 5 flight. I'll get that booked. I should confirm times.
Oh, and that's right. We've been invited to the Swedish whiskey nights. I'm going to say McCarran. Yeah, we've got the brand guys invited us. So I was thinking about Goran.
At the show?
They're not at the show, but they've taken over a couple of bars and they've invited us.
I might have to say the Tuesday then.
Yes. And I found a big Oktoberfest thing as well, but anyway, that's for another time. So that's it.
Okay.
And if anybody's about this Sunday, come to the Market Grill. NFL kicks off. We've got a wee private barbecue there in American football.
Oh.
Did he turn up your
I've had the
coop
point.
in there?
I didn't care what NFL was.
National Football League. We've got it here. Stephen Johnson's coming down with a few guys for the beers. We've got the Walkie Talkie Brewery guys here dishing out some pints as well. So you're more than welcome. And my handy cooking. Right, Tatty Peel.
Okay.
Oh, there's Tom McAnally's jumped in at the end. Thanks very much there, Tom. We were talking about you earlier on. Thank you for joining us. And to Pam and to your brother Jerry as well. So, on that note, what are we going to say?
Slange.
Slange.